Ladies and gentlemen,
We're about to get started. Ladies and gentlemen, George Whittam.
Hey guys, so I've discovered that LogMeIn has now become an issue for us because not only is it no longer free, but it also installs a sound driver on the computer you want to access, and it can interfere with certain things like Source Connect and IPDTL. Basically, any program that needs to use system sound preferences, it will cause issues. If you're using Source Connect Pro, you should not have to worry about this because it has its own sound panel where you set the audio settings. So what do? Well, I've been trying out Splashtop. So to get Splashtop going, you just go to splashtop.com and go ahead and download their software. You go to Products, Personal. You shouldn't need anything more than Personal. And click Get App Now. Just choose Personal. And then choose your platform. So obviously this is whatever computer you're using to access. In most cases, you'll probably be doing this from your Mac or Windows computer. If you really want to be adventurous, you can control your machine remotely from an iPhone or an iPad. So it's pretty cool that way. So once you've downloaded the software from here, go ahead and run the installer. And after you run the installer, it will ask you to create an account. So you'll see this screen here if you haven't already created a Splashtop account. And go ahead and type in the email and confirm your password. And that creates the account automatically. Once you have the account created, now you can log into the software. But you also need to install the software on the remote computer that you want to control. And that's called the streamer. So going back to the Splashtop personal page again, go to Get App Now, or you can see there's a button in the upper right hand corner. It says Download Streamer. Click that and it will download the program that allows you to see the other computer. It's the server on the other computer that sends the screen back to you. So you'll need to install this streamer program. So once you've downloaded and installed the streamer, you'll just need to log into it. So when you're at this screen, you'll see that it's going to ask you to put in a login information. Go ahead and put in your account login information, the same info you created using the Splashtop personal software when you first set it up. Once you've done that, you'll now have the Splashtop streamer running. Going into settings, make sure that it's enabled up on auto launch. Enable auto launch. Set sound to output sound only to this computer. And that should avoid causing any weird audio glitches. This is a preference that LogMeIn doesn't have, and this is very important. System power settings, make sure that your remote Mac is set to never go to sleep. It should be already, but if it's not, make sure that it is. And you'll need to install this thing called the virtual driver, the virtual display driver, if your computer on the other end has no monitor attached. Most of you have one attached, but if you don't, go through this process of installing this driver, in which case it will make you restart your computer. That should be it for settings. Okay. So once you've logged in to your Splashtop streamer, this will be running on your menu bar up top right here. This little icon is your streamer, and that's what will be running. So go ahead and log in with Splashtop Personal. The reason why it won't let me in is because I didn't sign up for that Anywhere Access Pack. Okay, so you have to have Anywhere Access Pack subscribed. So at some point, if it hasn't asked you already, make sure that you click on the gear and open this window to subscribe to the Anywhere Access Pack. So you should see this window. Click subscribe, click OK. Log into your account. I'm going to click Buy Now. I'm going to use PayPal personally. It's only $17 a year. Okay, purchase succeeded. So now it's saying that I'm allowed to access, so I'll click refresh here. Okay, so after you've paid for the service, now you can log back in and access that remote computer. So I'll show you how that works. So log into your account. The remote computer that you've chosen to access shows up here in the menu. Double click on that, or just click on it once and click connect. So there's a little tiny hidden menu at the top that has a few options that you can access. Click on this little tiny triangle and it pops down. Here's your disconnect button to leave the service when you're finished. This button will hide the remote mouse. This button here is the command option escape button, so that's a way to prompt the machine to restart if something goes wrong. Smooth mode. Well, yeah, have it set to smooth mode. Don't have it set to sharp mode. You should have smooth mode on, which has the little film strip icon in front of the letter icon. This button is the original size window, so it'll resize your view of the other screen to see actual pixel for pixel size, which usually will mean that you have to pan around to see the whole screen. So I usually don't use that. I'll leave it in scaled size. If the other side has 2 screens or more, this button lets you switch between multiple screens. And lastly, you can go full screen by clicking this button, and now you see the entire screen on your desktop. So, yeah, that's the nice thing about Splashtop. It's pretty straightforward, pretty simple. It just works. Here's a little Splashtop icon on the other machine showing what's going on and what account's logged in at the moment. So I hope that works out to be a great substitute or replacement for LogMeIn. I know it has for us. And just so you know, if you need to remove LogMeIn, just click on the little LogMeIn icon, which used to be on your dock. Well, might still be on your menu bar up here. Click on the little icon and then choose Preferences, and you'll see an About menu open up. And you can just tell it to uninstall from the About menu, and you can lose that software and get it off your system. When you're done, you should be able to go to System Preferences, Sound, and see that there is no longer a LogMeIn output option. There's an input, and you'll be able to set your input and output as you desire. Soundflower, by the way, if you don't have it, is something that allows audio to be routed between softwares, and I think Splashtop puts it on the system, but I have not yet seen it actually interfere with anything that I've done so far. So I don't think you need to worry about it. I've used Soundflower for years. It's never interfered with anything I've done. Just be sure that Splashtop, again, I think I already showed this to you, but make sure that on the settings side, sound output sound only to this computer is checked. If you change output sound to only mobile device, that probably will route the output the way you do not want it. So double check settings as output sound only to this computer. All right, good luck.